What is going on, everybody? It is Arkham, and we are back at Six Flags. Wait a minute. Dorney Park? Where is that? Pennsylvania? Where the heck is King the Car?
Now get ready. Here we go.
What's going on? It's not a dream. It is real. We're here at We're here at Dorney Park. Holy crud! First visit. Let's go. Nope, I'm not dreaming. We're actually here. That is Talon. Oh my god! First time ever Dorney Park. I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just go to freaking Dorney Park, and here we are. Today's huge because we are gonna get my 100th unique roller coaster ride. What it'll be, I don't really know yet. I have two possibilities. My options, I have either Steel Force or I'm gonna do Iron Menace as my 100. I have both of the slips in my pocket just in case. But this is really going to be awesome. I cannot wait, you guys. I'm so fired up for today. I'm gonna get a quick bottle, get some water, and then we're not gonna waste time. We're gonna go. So far, first glance, I love the atmosphere. It kind of feels like I'm back at Cedar Point. I haven't been to Cedar Point again in 10 years. But wow, this is really cool. They got a wild mouse here. I know they got Talon, which is probably gonna go here. It's like right around the corner here, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna kind of just walk around and just see what they got. I mean, I definitely want to make sure I hit Steel Force and Iron Menace later on. So whatever we really come to first will just be 95 at this point. So I think I'm gonna go to Talon since it's gonna be right around here. It's really, really nice. I love the little details they got. Got a wave swinger here. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Wow. Very, very nice stuff. I'm gonna head on this way and see what we have here. I believe this is the direction of Talon. So Talon's gonna be my first ride of the day. I'm surprised how quiet it is for an invert. It is very quiet. Here we are. 95. Cute bumper cars. Let's go. Track everywhere. I'm pretty sure it's a station weight. This looks like the only switchback. Wow. This is about to be crazy. Oh gosh. Alright, we got one ride in on Talon. I gotta say, this was a very interesting ride. It was way different from Batman the Ride. It was not what I expected it to be. I was kind of expecting like a very intense layout, and this really wasn't that. It kind of had a lot of reminders of me like when I rode Great Bear, where like that kind of last half, it was really, really smooth. I definitely would say it's smoother than Batman by a good margin. I think overall, it's really like a nice beginner looping roller coaster. It's a very good ride. I think obviously an invert fits amazing anywhere in the park. And also, I miss the B&M roar. Like, there's no roar on this. It's very quiet, and usually what they do with that is that they just put sand like in those beams, and it just dims the sound of it. Maybe it's just like a city thing where that's like required to be that way, but I kind of miss not hearing a roar out of this. It's kind of weird, but overall this is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I really enjoyed this ride. I want to come back later in the day. I feel like this ride's going to warm up a lot more. It's going to be really hot today, so I'm definitely going to come back to Talon later. We got our train here. I believe that's River Rapids down there. Oh man. So far from first glance, this park is pretty stacked. You can really like go just about everywhere. Like you can go fully around this wave swinger, which is, I'm gonna go around here. So we're gonna go check out what they got. They got a little splash ride over here. Doesn't look like it's open, which is okay. I don't plan on doing those anyway. They're running water, so maybe it'll open later. Maybe it's one of those rides that opens a little later. Thunder Canyon. Very nice. We got the Wild Mouse here. Doesn't look like it's too long of a line. Let's get this Wild Mouse credit. So I'm gonna come back to that a little bit later. It looks like a little bit long of a wait, so I'm gonna go back to it a little later. But let's see what we have down here. I'm pretty intrigued. So we got Hydra. Okay. I heard that's a pretty cool ride. And then we have another one. Oh, this looks like a cool ride. You know what? Maybe I can catch the cycle. I kind of want to check it out. This has got to be one of the wackiest roller coasters I've ever ridden. This is Hydra the Revenge. A forest coaster. What a weird ride this is. Wow. It's not super smooth. It's definitely not the smoothest forest coaster I've ever done. I've done a lot more smoother rides, personally, but this is still a really good one. Very wacky. I do want to give it another chance when I make my way back around for another lap around the park. Also, this thing right here, you go out of the station like it's doing right now, and you go through a roll. This thing is diabolical. The other thing is messed up. I think it's time for Meteor. That's what this ride is, Meteor.
Attention please. Loose articles and handheld items, including cell phones, are not permitted. They must be secured deep in the pocket. On your shoulder harness. Then fasten your seatbelt and firmly secure. The operator. Once your train has come to a full and complete stop, unfasten your seatbelt and push it up.
Two rides on Hydra, one on Meteor, which is the first ride you saw in the clip. Very good rides. Meteor was not as intense as I thought it was going to be, and Hydra was certainly wacky. So I'm glad I got another ride on it. I might even go for a third round later on. I got the front row, mainly to check out that JoJo roll, but I think the JoJo roll, in all honesty, is probably the star of the show on this ride, because it was the first ride to do it. So I'm gonna go check out and see what's down here. I see an Enterprise up ahead, and I'm very intrigued. They have a kiddie area based around the Peanuts. So, imagine one of these at Six Flags Great Adventure in the next 5 years. If you haven't checked out my prediction video, be sure to check it out, because I do have an idea of what they could do with something like this. This one's Planet Snoopy, but they also have other renditions like Camp Snoopy as well. So, depending on the Cedar Fair Park, depends on which one they get. It's a really cool ride. Wow. Enterprise opens at noon today, and it is 11:57. So, I think we might as well just wait it out at this point. used to have one of these at Cedar Point. I never did it. I chickened out. My mom tried to drag me on it. It was like Witch's Wheel or something like that at Cedar Point. I haven't done this type of ride, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Looks really cool. This is one of the craziest things. Wow. Just got off the Enterprise. That was really cool, actually. Somehow I'm surprised. I've never done something like that before. That was really, really cool. I would totally do one of those again if I see it. But we're gonna head on over a little further in and see what else we got. This is a really nice sign. What does this ride do? Oh, that just looks like chaos. I'll definitely do that later. I'm definitely gonna go on that later. I do want to move forward though. I want to head this way and see what else we could come across here. I do want to see when we hit our next roller coaster. I know where to go for our Iron Menace, and I know where to go for Possessed. It's just the other stuff I want to see and hit. Ah, the drop towers. Dominator red, and this is Dominator green. Should be fun. I'm willing to check them out too. Dominator red doesn't have a line. That's pretty cool. Alright, so if I took a left there, that would be where I would go for the Steel Mill, Possessed, and Iron Menace. I'm not gonna head there quite yet. We're gonna come back to Dominator that is missing the front of the sign because I want to go to a roller coaster. So let's kind of just see what we have over here. We'll go straight and see what's up here. Steel Force is this way, and I see Thunderhawk. So I think we'll go. Thunderhawk is a Woody celebrating 100 years, if I'm not mistaken. So I definitely want to go over to Thunderhawk. Let's see Thunderhawk, and that'll be 97 Thunderhawk. Just got off of Thunderhawk, one ride in the back. That was actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I love this little banner that they have outside the ride celebrating its 100. That was really fun. Also now in a roller coaster landmark. This was really cool. All right, if we wrap around here, we will get to Steel Force. Steel Force will be number 98. So we are gonna head over to Steel Force to get that 98. And then we'll go to Possessed, that'll be 99. And then Iron Menace will be the number 100. So let's head over to Steel Force, this big red monster of a roller coaster right here. The park's Hyper Coaster, Hyper 200 feet. Small thing as I'm walking over to Steel Force right now that I really like is that they kind of just have like as much pathways open as possible. Like it's not like everyone's got to follow like one central path. There's like a ton of different paths to get around. Like this is a path right here that you could go from Thunderhawk straight to Steel Force, which is the path I'm taking here. And you can get some really nice shots of Thunderhawk. And speaking of which, that's so cool. Get some really nice views of this ride. There she is in the distance. I think I officially found the roller coaster that will scare the living daylights out of my mom and sister. Yep, that's the one. And that's going to be my 100 very soon. I think of all the roller coasters in the park, this is probably going to be the one with the biggest wait. But we will find out shortly. Here's Steel Force. I love this sign. It's really cool sign.
Facing forward, keep your feet level, or keep your hands and arms inside the Bye-bye. Once your train has come to a 4-minute stop,
Steel Force, 2 rides, one in the very front, one in the very back. A very cool hyper coaster. I have to say though, it's definitely not as good as Nitro. Nitro has stronger airtime. Steel Force is still good, and obviously in the name it has a little bit of force to it. Again, I think Nitro just has the better package and the better variety when it comes to the elements. But I gotta give Steel Force its flowers for being a standout attraction for these past couple of years now that they've added another roller coaster since, and they've done quite a lot of work just around the area. It looks amazing. Steel Force, it really just makes the skyline so much better. Now we are into the Steel Mill we're gonna go and hit Possessed. And we're gonna go get Possessed. Let's go get Possessed. 99. Possessed is a good old time. I got Possessed all right. One ride is good for now. Yeah, towards the front. I want to do one more in the back a little bit later on. But wow, this was really, really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed Possessed. This is just a fun launch coaster. It thinks that a lot of them are going away, but this is one I'm glad they're keeping around for a little bit. But now, it's time for the big one. train. Hard work pays off, you guys. This has got to be number 100. I ain't gonna wait any longer. We're getting on this puppy. They have flying scooters. I love these rides. I want to see if we can snap them. I'm gonna do that later. We're going into McTavish Steel, home of the Iron Menace. No wait! Yay! Love seeing a no wait. Let's go. Adding shade back here, which is very nice. That has to be one of the coolest things I've seen. That's awesome. But yeah, operations are a little slow today. But that's okay. It's a slower day. It has been done. We did one ride. Right now, I'm definitely going back in line to do a little bit more because I want to try to move around and get different seats on this, but this is, wow. For a first dive coaster, this is really something that's really cool mechanic. It does feel like every other B&M coaster, not gonna lie. But this is just an excellent addition. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a really fun ride. This is short, sweet. It gets right to the point. That's the important thing about this ride. It gets right to the point. That's what I really like about it. That loop right there is probably the most intense thing in the park. I haven't even done all the other flats yet, so I don't even know, but that loop is probably the most intense element on all the coasters in the park I've done. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's like back here, as I showed earlier, they're doing construction to add roofing or shade to this back area, and it doesn't even have a lot of shade. Small change. It's super helpful in the long run for this ride. It's probably gonna get crazy lines during the Halloween event. I just did 2 more rides on the Iron Menace, and wow, this is such a fun ride, guys. This is so much fun. Fantastic addition to Dorney Park. Congratulations to them for getting this absolute amazing ride that we have right here that took over Stinger's plot of land. This is a great ride. Every element hits, I mean, one by one by one. Just amazing, amazing ride. Let's see what else they have in the steel mill that I could check out in the meantime. I do want to do Possessed. I'm right here. I could do Possessed again and make that number set up. So I could do one ride of Possessed in the back. They just sweat it out. So I should be able to get on that nice and quickly. And then I want to go and do Dominator. But first, let's check out the Steel Yard gifts, see what I can get from there. All right, we got one more ride on Possessed. Let's go. All right, there's a back row ride on Possessed. I'm glad I got that because if that spike on Flash Vertical Velocity is going to be anything like this backward spike is, oh, I'm even more fired up for Flash, guys. This is going to be really, really fun. They even have a little thing of what's happening throughout the day. I only got maybe like another hour or two to go before I have to make my way out of here. So what I'll probably end up doing is gonna see what I get around. I'm gonna get over to Dominator, see what they have in terms of food. I'll probably grab something small to eat after Dominator. Maybe hit another ride on the way out. Like, I wanted to go back to Talon, so maybe Talon's warmed up and doing stuff like that. Let's go this way. Alright, now I'm back at Dominator. Which is better? Red or green? Who cares? We're doing them both. The Dominator Tower. Red and green. Which do I prefer? Probably green. I like the drop more than I do like the ascent. Although the ascent does have some really, really cool things to it. But otherwise, it's good. It's a good ride. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's no zoom and jar, I'll say that. But still a very fun ride nonetheless. Demon Drop is closed. This thing literally looks like one of Jigsaw's contraptions in the Saw movie. I swear to God. It's a bummer this thing's closed because these are really unique. It's basically a drop tower that runs on track. This is like the old style drop ride. This is what came before Dominator. This is what came before Zoom and Jaro. Great Adventure used to have one of these. I don't think it was this exact one. Somebody can let me know in the comments below, but basically you're put inside of a cage with 3 other people. You move forward, the track releases, and then it rolls on down. And to my knowledge, they're also really loud, so you basically can just hear these things forever. But you know what? This ride here just gives me a reason to want to come back to Dorney. Outside of just the entire atmosphere. The atmosphere here is lovely. Which, again, makes me even more excited for this the merger that just went through, because now we could be seeing these kind of, like, things added to, like, Great Adventure and other Six Flags parks. So I'm looking very much forward to that. Obviously, the ride itself is old. It could be very well on the chopping block, but should be really cool to see. Let's see what else we got. Thunder Creek Mountain. That looks like one of the log flumes or water ride. So we are going to turn this way. We don't need to ride the log flume. I don't think. It's probably got a pretty long line right now. So I do need to get food. So we'll look around for that. There's probably some stuff over here by Apollo. I do want to get on Apollo since it's right here. It looks like a really unique ride. It's kind of draw my attention a little bit. We're gonna check out Chicky and Pete's. I don't know much about these places, but they're promoting crab fries, so I have to try it now. I just have to. Had half of an amazing cheesesteak, and it came with some crab fries. They were all right, but I want to check out Apollo because this ride looks so unique. So we'll check out Apollo. Apollo is a ride I recommend doing not after you have lunch. Fun ride though. Very fun ride. You got a Ferris wheel all the way out here in the corner. I don't know how I feel about it from a longevity standpoint, but hey. Let's see the views from up here. We did just climb a hill after riding Apollo and eating lunch, so who knows? Maybe we'll be on the side of quality for this one. Well, it turns out you need a minimum of 2 people with you. And guess what? I'm by myself. So, that is a no-go right now. But check out their Planet Snoopy. It's really... actually got a lot of rides in here. There's a lot of rides in here. Very nice little area. Oh, we're not here for Linus Launcher, no. We're here for Woodstock Express, right behind it.
Train has come to a full and complete stop. The operator will be around to unfasten your seatbelt and lap bar. Make sure to take any items you may have left and walk all the way out the exit gate.
Cute little place. They have a block party that happens here around 4 o'clock. Really nice. And a little family center. That's so cute. That's a lot more than I thought. Very good. Oh, by the way, Woodstock Express was the standard kiddie coaster. It was good for what it's supposed to do. I have no real complaints. Glad I waited to come back to Wild Mouse because there's no line now. So, in we go. Wild Mouse. So this is a mirror clone of the Wild Mouse at Great Adventure Dark Knight.
Make sure to take any items you may have left and walk all the way out the exit gate. Attention please. Loose articles and handheld items, including cell phones, are not permitted. They must be secured deep in the pocket or left in a bin or left in the non-locker. Failing to comply may result in removal from the pocket. As a reminder, Dorney Park is not responsible for lost and stolen items. Once seated,
I swear to God, Dorney turns on every single trim like it's a death sentence. Holy Jesus. There's my one and probably only ride on that Wild Mouse. I got the credit, yay me. I'm gonna go ride Talon again, and that'll probably be it for me today here at Dorney Park. I mean, overall, this is just such a fun park. Definitely want to come back here in the future. I don't know if I'd come back this year, but it depends on what's really going to happen that I will come back. But I have definitely a lot of things here that I will remember this place by. So definitely want to check back in this place in the future. Hopefully get like a nice flat or something. They definitely could use like a set of more, like another kitty area or like an area refurb. I know they're doing a water park thing next year, which is understandable because they just got a roller coaster this year, an Iron Menace. So maybe 2026, 2027, they focus a little more on the park. Like if Demon Drop is not going to be open consistently, then it might be time to toss it. Little things like that. So we got one more ride on Talon, and that's going to do it for me today. Let's go. I was able to get a front row ride on Talon, and yeah, everything I said about the intensity, I kind of take that back now. That was definitely a much more intense ride than before. I think coming back later in the day was the move for Talon, because wow, the fact that I could just feel the intensity, it didn't even go like push me into my seat as much. It went like down to my feet. It was so weird. The bottom of the vertical loop was a certain gray out moment. Going into the twist, I was starting to gray out a little bit on that. It was, I definitely felt the intensity way more that time than the first. So big plus right there on this ride, and I'm glad this was the first and now the last ride of the day for me here at Dorney Park. And for those of you that are regulars to the park, Dorney Park, they're doing a Dorney Park Summer Nights event that's going all the way from now until August 18th from 5 to 10 p.m. Definitely something to go and check out in your free time. I unfortunately will not be able to, so be sure to go check it out. They're doing a Peanuts block party dance in about a half hour, but I will not be here to see it, unfortunately. All in all, I had an absolutely amazing day here. I'm gonna go fill up my water cup, and then I'm gonna go, there's a souvenir shop down to the right here, so I'm gonna go check out souvenirs. Wow, what an amazing day here. My first ever visit to Dorney Park. This was such a fantastic little park. I would say this park is definitely much better than Six Flags America. It's really close. I gotta go back to Six Flags America. I haven't been there in a long time, but this is a really, really nice park. I'd definitely come back here again. I think my main draw for coming here was definitely Iron Menace, without a question. I did actually plan this to come here based around how many coasters I've done, and I realized I did 94. I did the math, there were 8 coasters here at Dorney, and I'm like, you know what? Might as well make Iron Menace my number 100, and it sure was. This was really, really awesome, you guys. I'm excited to go back when I can get the chance to go back, that is, which is probably gonna be really hard to do, but I'm glad I at least got my visit in for the year. Maybe I could just make this like a yearly thing, or I just come to Dorney once a year or something like that, but very, very nice little park. They got a whole water park. I don't want to go check it out, to be honest with you, but everything in the dry park is amazing. They got a lot of really cool rides and such, so definitely go ahead, check out Dorney Park in your free time. Let me guys know what you think. If you like this stuff, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Always thank your ride-ops, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Here we go. Here we go. Now get ready.